Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Mike Kollin at MikeKollin.com. Alright, so I don't know if you guys have felt this in the last, I'd say 48 hours or so, or if it was just me, the shift I made, but I have a feeling, and maybe it's just where I'm at in the moment, but I really have a strong feeling that all those battles that you've been going through, I mean, a lifetime. I know I've been through, like, as I look back at my life, my God, it just never ever stops. So for those of you who've dealt with narcissist abuse your whole life, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Because, like, you could even move away, and all of a sudden the narcissists in that area start to go, oh, there's an empath, and they start going after you. So here's the shift that I think is happening. I honestly think some kind of shift happened. There's some people talking about the human resonance right now, and I just found this about an hour ago, how it's like stopped or shifted or something like that. Now, I don't really follow that much, to be honest with you, but I've been feeling for more than 24 hours, something opened up, like there's just this shift that just happened. And it just feels like an opening. So now, a lot of times when this happened, there's something that a shift, an energy shift in the in our solar system. Like maybe a planet will shift over or whatever. But there's something now. I know we're still in Mercury in retrograde. We still got about 4 days to go. So that's pretty. We're getting close. But this is different. This is just like something opened. Oh, by the way, today's December 11th, so this may not come out until about the 15th because I've got at least 3 videos lined up before this. So all I know is something in me has opened up. Now, I did do these techniques yesterday and the day before, and I have been feeling really good ever since then. I made a video on this, probably uploaded it. Yeah, it'll come out on December 11th at 8 p.m. So that's video, it's that video I'm talking about. So I did some techniques and opened myself up, and man, I feel really, really, really good. I feel, like I said, just open, like a doorway, a big doorway open, wide open. Now, it's very possible it isn't just my shift. I have a feeling this is a universal shift that's happening to a lot of people, especially empaths. The feeling that I'm getting, and this is, it's, I don't know how to explain this. I just feel like all those battles that we've been going through, it's like, okay, like we finished, we're done. Now it's time to take our work and start getting it done. Now, for me personally, the feeling that I've been having for the last 48 hours or so, it's like, man, how do I explain this? It's almost like there's no fear anymore. Like it's just gone. Like this might be a temporary thing. I'm not sure, but that's what it feels like. Like there's no fear. Not necessarily because, oh, I have no fear. I don't mean it like that. It's more like that stuff, it's done for you. Like now you get to move on with the rest of your life. Now it's time for you to do the work that you were meant to do. Because all those battles that you went through, it's easy to say, but it was really hard to go through. Is you were meant to learn from all of that. You know what the feeling is like? It's like I completely let go of all of it. Like something released. Like it's just like, yeah, it's just not there. It's almost like, all right, here's what it's like. You know when you do a tug of war with someone, like they have the rope, you have the other, and you're pulling back and forth back. It's like I just let go. It's like like they fell on their ass. And I don't mean that in a smart ass way, but it's like I just let go. It's almost like they're having to fight with themselves now. It's like I'm not getting involved. It's like, oh, okay, you don't like me. Oh, okay. And I just walk away. It's just a really peaceful feeling, and I have a feeling this isn't just for me. I'm kind of wondering if some of you on this channel are going through this too right now. Almost like I said, something just opened up, like you just let go of something, and it's like my energy is like wide open right now. You know what it is? I'm just at peace. It's peace. You know what? There's something else that I did. Okay, so I've been under quite a bit of a strain for a while. The last 5 years have been pretty tough with that last person, and then something recent for the last year has been going on. And I tell you what I did. It's something I did a long time ago when I went through my first awakening. So one of the things I did when I went through my first awakening, because I had so much anxiety, I remember looking up and just begging God to come inside me to take away the pain, to take away the anxiety. So I basically did the same thing. I was praying, and then I just stood up and I opened my arms and I just asked God to come inside me. Now I did that recently too. I think it was about 2 weeks ago or something like that. And there was just this peace that came over me the next morning when I woke up. So I want to ask you guys this question. Have you ever actually invited God to come inside you? Part of it is you have to open up emotionally, okay? Generally, if you cry a lot or you're going through stress and it's like you just surrender, and then you ask God to come inside to take away the fear, to take away the, whatever it is, anxiety, the suffering, whatever you're suffering from, and to bring love inside you. So I do highly recommend that you do that. You know, whenever I do it, I don't expect any kind of results. I just pray and I ask and I open up. And I imagine the energy of God coming down inside me through my body. You know, another thing I want to add in here is, okay, so I'm sure you guys have heard about that CEO that was killed. And another thing is there's these supposedly the size of like 11 feet or whatever, like the size of SUVs or whatever, these they're calling them like really big drones, but there'll be like 45 in one spot in formation. And I've seen the videos, and it is kind of weird, and it's making the news. So I guess what I'm trying to say is this: I'm not getting caught up in that stuff anymore. It doesn't matter. Like that whole CEO thing, like there's a lot of discrepancies where the guy that supposedly killed him, like they said they supposedly caught the guy, but a lot of people saying no, that's not the guy. It was someone else. Because they said that the guy they found him in a McDonald's, and I think one of the things, like they said he shed his jacket and got rid of this and got rid of that, but yet he was wearing the jacket in McDonald's, so that didn't make sense. So there's a lot of things like discrepancies that aren't making sense. So a lot of people are saying, oh, this is just another one of those things that's going to be like what do they call it, a black flag or something like that. So there's a lot of things that are going on right now, but don't get caught up in it. Just it doesn't matter. There's nothing you're going to do that's going to change it, so just let it go. So for those of you who've been with my channel for quite a while, you will remember when I made a prediction that came true. Now this is about, I'm guessing, about a month before the coronavirus was announced. I had said, hey, there's something coming to the planet. It's coming fast, and it's literally going to sweep the planet like a wildfire. Like it's just going to spread from one point all the way around. Okay, so there's a video that I made on YouTube, so if you want to go look for it, that's fine. And I forget what else I said about it. I think I said it was going to affect everyone. It was going to impact all of us. Now, I don't know if it was from that original vision or if this part came a couple days later. But here's what it was. It was probably the same one, the same vision at the same time. But one of the messages that was connected to this or within that was, it's all a distraction. Yeah, I think this might have been a separate vision a couple days later, but it kept saying, and it was more than just that night. Like it kept coming, like it's all a distraction. It's all a distraction. All of it is a distraction. All of it. Everything from Jay-Z to Beyonce to P. Diddy to the CEO to everything. It is just a distraction. So keep your eyes on God. Stay connected to God. Let go of all this other BS, because it's keeping you from consciousness. It's keeping you from connecting with you. Spend your time in prayer. Spend your time, even if you're just curling up in your own bed. Don't be online all the time. You've got to break that habit. Don't be on YouTube for freaking 6 hours in a row. Like you can be on it, but you really need to spend time connecting with yourself. You really you need to go out in nature. You've got to go for walks. You've got to pray. And you got to let go of all the drama. All this, the CEO, it's all made. I'm telling you, even though that probably really did happen, it was designed to dramatize things, to get you all excited in a negative way, to block that artery so you're not open and aware and conscious. That's what all this stuff is about. It's all about distraction, and that's all it is. You're just going to live, and then you're going to die, and you're like, wow, I missed it. If I were to recommend one thing, you don't absolutely have to go out in nature, although it does help. The other thing is just to lay down on a couch, your bed, a floor, and just curl up and just bring your awareness inside your body. And one of the things I notice is when my solar plexus is tight. So that's your diaphragm. Your diaphragm is tight. So one thing you can do, you can lay on your back, then take kind of a medium deep breath, then kind of arch your belly, especially solar plexus there, up while you're holding your breath, and it stretches that. Okay? And then take a slightly deeper breath and hold it, and then stretch it up again, for maybe 10 seconds or whatever, and then release, and then keep repeating until you take deeper and deeper breaths, and you're holding your breath for longer, and you're stretching for longer. So when you loosen up there's another muscle, I think it's called the psoas, I forget what it's called, but the more you loosen that up, the better you feel. It helps you to ground yourself, and it's bringing your awareness inside, which helps you to reconnect. And it also allows your lungs to go deeper, and you know how you can't breathe and you kind of panic? Well, that's because that muscle's really tight. So when you stretch it, do that maybe 7 times, 10 times, 12 times, your breath gets deeper and deeper, and that's what allows you to feel more and more relaxed. A very simple exercise is just to take deep breaths and then hold them for as long as you can. Maybe the first 2 or 3, just kind of hold them medium, like 10 seconds or whatever, 12 seconds. And then do it 15 or 14 seconds, and then the next one 15 seconds. Just continue it. And the longer you do that, the more it oxygenates your body, and it begins to stretch that muscle. Especially when you really start to breathe in, like you're trying to force breath in, and you hold it for a long period of time. That is the most relaxing technique on the planet. If you do that long enough, 15 reps, 20 reps, 25 reps, or maybe you do it for 12 to 15 reps, and then you come back to it about 20 minutes later or 30 minutes later, and you do another set of 10 or 12, right? You will start to feel relaxed. And I think that's what this channel is all about, is because if we can get you to relax, to get your breathing going, it allows that artery to open up. And that's what allows you to, I actually don't like using this word, because I think it puts a lot of people up into their ego or into their thinking brain. And the word is consciousness, because it's such a overly used word in an egotistical way. All I'm saying is just to really be in the present moment, to just see things for the way they are. Because that's the game. The game is to keep you in a state of fear. If they can keep you in the state of fear, the artery in the lower brain narrows, and thus has less blood flow to the larger left and right human brain. And therefore you're not as aware. You're in a constant state of panic, fight, or flight, and you can't see what's going on. Whereas if we can calm you down and really get that breathing going, you just become a lot more conscious. You're a lot more aware. You just see things. You see through the lies. All right, so right now I'm listening to Katie Nichole, Nichole, and the name of the song is In Jesus' Name. In the video, essentially, there's a family, a couple fighting and having financial problems. They have a young son, and she's singing to God. She's praying to God for a breakthrough for this family. She's emotional, and that's the secret to prayer is emotions. Emotions activate the prayer. Emotions connect you to God, connect you to the power to make it come true. One thing I do, I listen to music like hers, like she sings from her heart and it connects me to my heart. And if it can make you cry, that's when you pray. It's like an emotional surrendering. When you can do that and just let it go, that's when it comes true. And I know that all of you listening to this channel, you have the power of prayer. You absolutely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, have the power of God inside you. You have the power of prayer. So use it. I would like to ask you guys to say a deep prayer for me, that blessings come upon me and my life and especially my business. That somehow, some way, a door opens up and makes things really, really clear. So, about your story. In the next video, I'm going to talk about your voice and why narcissists are afraid of you. So this is a message through Twitter or X from my former coach, Jacob Stitch Duran. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because he called me up about, I think it was 6 years ago, something like that. It might have been 5 years ago, 5, 6, 7 years ago. And he just called me up out of the blue. It really shocked me. And he looked me up because we haven't actually seen each other in a long, long time. We've had exchanges on Twitter and stuff like that and Facebook, etc. But the gist of it, he asked me what's going on and what's been going on in my life because he heard that I was in a bad accident and stuff like that. And he goes, like, Mikey, what's been going on with you? Like, what's been going on since I've moved to Vegas and et cetera, et cetera. And I spilled my beans. I told him everything, the good, the bad, the ugly. And he had said, he goes, you need to write your story. He goes, you need to get the message out to people. You need to let people know what you went through. And I said, why? He said, because people don't understand that you can go through a lot and still make it in life. You can still live a meaningful, fulfilling, and very successful life. He goes, if people can hear your story and they understand what you've been through, they're going to look at their own life and be like, wow, what I've been through is nothing compared to what this guy's been through. If he can do it, I can do it. And I waited a year or two, and then this whole narcissist abuse thing happened, and I put the story out there. I let people know what I've been through. A lot of you that have followed my channel for a long time, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So now I'm passing the torch to you. I think it's your time to tell your story, whether it's in a YouTube channel, whether it's through a book, whether it's just telling one person here and there, sharing them bits and pieces of your life story so they begin to understand, like, wow, this person's still a good person. They've been through a lot. More importantly, it turns on people's lights. There's a lot of people out there that have the Spirit of God in them, that have the Spirit in them, and their light isn't really shining. It's not quite on. So the more we spread the word, spread our truth, what we've been through, and share about narcissist abuse, the more people become aware of it. The more people become aware of it, those of us who have been through it, our light begins to turn on again. And the more lights turn on, the more it encourages other people's lights to turn on. And that's how we're going to shift the world. That's the way it works. In the next video, I'm going to share with you how powerful your voice is. See, here's the deal. You've walked around with your voice your whole life, and there is like a, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a vibration about your truth, about your light, about your energy. And when you speak, that vibration goes through it and it goes into other people. And people that are of the darkness, they don't like that because it lights up their darkness. And people that are like you, that are not on yet, it goes into them and it turns them on. And people of the darkness, like Narcissist, they don't want that. Over the decades, I have seen people in my life absolutely transform, and I mean completely transform. I'm not doing any therapy with them, anything, just talking, just being with them. You have a very similar energy where all you need to do is speak. Speak about anything. It doesn't even have to be about something that happened to you. It doesn't have to be, it could be about your goals. It could be about your accomplishments. It could just be about the things that you enjoy in life. That energy, that vibration will vibrate into them and it unlocks them. I already know a lot of you that have been following my channel for any consistent level of time, you have shifted multiple times. You've opened up more, you're more relaxed, you're more down to earth, you're just, something has shifted for the better. You've opened up, even if it's only a little bit more, but you have. Speak. Just start talking. It doesn't have to be about your life story. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. Alright, God bless you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope something clicked with you. If you liked this video, please click subscribe, click the like button, go ahead and make a comment. And if you want, you can go ahead and make a donation. There's a PayPal link right there in the description box. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.